Hi, this is Ken. This spiritual video is called Inhumanity. When we are born, we are taught what to think, our beliefs, our prejudices, and when we're young, we readily accept all of these things that we are taught. And therefore, we live in a world that is egocentric, or a world where our focus is simply on ourselves and not on any. We develop an ego, which is everything we learn and accept as true after we are born. And our ego's only concern is what is best for us, that we should survive and thrive in the world, be able to make a lot of money, have material possessions, and do all the really good things that life has. So we have led a successful, meaningful life. What humanity is caring about other people, truly caring, and selflessly sharing our goodness, the spirit, the peace of God that is within each of us to help all thrive, regardless of any differences at all. Unfortunately, living in a world of the ego, which we do and have always lived, our focus is on ourselves, and therefore it results in the inhumanity of man toward each other. We live in a world of senseless death, of children and innocents dying in war, from violence, from guns, from starvation, from needless deaths due to not having money for inoculations in which we have cures for certain illnesses, from climate change. And we live in a world of inhumanity where we don't care about what we see and what we have. Though we believe, we feel bad that these things are happening. Just recently in my country, a mother and two of her children who were immigrants trying to immigrate into the United States were allowed to drown in the Rio Grande River while they were watched, and it was observed by men holding guns. And rather than put their guns down and save this mother and children, they watched them as all three of them drowned rather than to help them. We live in a world where a recent war in Israel and in Gaza, where the indiscriminate bombing are killing young, innocent children for no reason whatsoever, where mothers are writing the name of their children on the children's legs in case the bombs mutilate their bodies so that they can be identified and that they will know that their child has died. We live in a world where innocents are gassed with poison gas. Not only did this happen during World War I, and of course to the many, many Jews and others during World War II, but indiscriminately by dictators who use gas to take the last breaths from men, women, and young children. We live in a world where we watch and observe the ribs of young African children protruding from their bodies as they lay waiting to take their last breath because they don't have the nourishment and food so that they may live and thrive in the world. Yet we have the ability to feed every single person alive. We live in a world where we watch others be homeless, exposed to the elements, the cold, the heat, and the danger of having to live on the streets, when we have the ability, if we redistribute our wealth and our resources equally, to house every single person alive. Our inhumanity is caused by living in a world of the ego concerned only for ourselves and not for others. If we lived in a world of humanity, we would live in a world where we embraced our spirit, the peace of God that is within each of us, that connects every life together and wants to selflessly share not only its love with each other, but the resources of our planet equally, so that every single person may thrive and survive. There is never a reason to allow someone to die from any of these causes whatsoever. By doing so, we accept our inhumanity toward each other and to those less fortunate and who might not have the benefits of living in a thriving country or being able to get a good education or a good job. Every life is equally valuable. And to live in a world of humanity means that we help everyone and every single life, regardless of any differences that we learn make some people better than other people, so that every single life thrives and continues to be able to lead a life of meaning and purpose. Only together, helping each other, redistributing the resources and wealth of our planet, helping everyone, will all life thrive and us we be able to live in a world that is humane, rather than to continue to live in a world of inhumanity toward others. To have a spiritual evolution on our planet, it may only happen in a world that is humane. If we continue to live in the current world, in the world that humanity has always lived in, and continue to worry about ourselves, accepting all the false teachings of the ego and our planet, that some people and some lives are more worthwhile than others, the future for our children and grandchildren and all other forms of life and our planet itself is only destined to become worse. Only by embracing the spirit, the peace of God within, understanding the equality and the importance of helping each other equally, that every single life is equally valuable, will we be able to finally live in a world of humanity, helping each other selflessly, sharing our love and resources so that every person and life may thrive, regardless of any learned differences. May humanity finally evolve and take its rightful place among the universe. Until next time, this is Ken.